women's hockey is on the rise in Canada.
They score!
Don't miss the moment. Team Canada returns to the spotlight to defend gold. And fans across the country rise as one. The 2026 IIHF U18 Women's World Championship is coming to Cape Breton, January 10th to 18th. See the rise. Tickets are on sale now at hockeycanada.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh! No. Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores!
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest-growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content. The following presentation is brought to you by HN Live in partnership with Source for Sports.
Trois-Rivières, Quebec, the site of the 2025 Junior A World Challenge. And in the nightcap on day number 2, East meets West. As we welcome you inside Colisée Videotron, the gorgeous facility which is home to the Trois-Rivières Lions of the East Coast Hockey League champions of the Kelly Cup in 24-25. And for this week, it is the 4-team tournament, the 18th annual Junior A World Challenge. Team Canada West, the only team in the tournament so far without a victory, losing 6-2 to Team Sweden yesterday, as Canada East is there making their way on the ice, wearing red with the black, coming off a 4-1 victory over USA on Sunday. Why don't we start there? We had 1-0 in the opening period. USA tied it in the second. They were outshot 53-29, including 23-6 in the second period. 4 different goal scorers, Legosteyev, Henry, Anderson, and Vader all scored for them. For Canada West, up against Sweden, we're down 0 in the opening 20 minutes. Tied it up in the second. Sweden scored late to make it 3-2 through 40. 2 goals plus an empty netter, and that was the end of that. Lutic and Rees, the goal scorers, will turn things over to our public address announcer for the opening ceremonies and bring you the starting goalies following that.
Veuillez accueillir chaleureusement Alex Cousineau, président des Lions de Trois-Rivières. Kevin Fixby, commissaire de la Ligue de hockey junior 3A du Québec. Et Andy Harkness, président de la CJHL pour la mise au jeu. Nous invitons les deux capitaines à se rendre au centre de la place pour la mise au jeu protocolaire. Would the two captains please meet at the center ice for the ceremonial face-off? Merci, Alex, Kevin et Andy.
Ceremonial face-off in the books. Canada East prepares for victory number 2, and they will turn between the pipes to number 30, Maxim Korovic. He's 6'3", 190 pounds, out of Stony Creek, Ontario. One of 4 2008-born goaltenders or players on this Canada East roster. Both the goalies are 2008-born. Korovic plays for Collingwood in the OJHL. His record is 6-2-2 as a starter, 158 goals against, 951 save percentage. Collingwood is where Andrew Campoli, the assistant coach, calls home. He's their head coach there. Bruce Richardson, the head coach of this program, coaches in Valleyfield. Billy McQuegan, the Summerside Capitals, is the assistant coach as well, the host of the Centennial Cup this year. That's a look at Richardson, Campoli and company. On the other side, head coach for Team Canada West, Trevor Blevins, Melfort Mustangs, 13th season in the SJHL. As head coach there, Eric Labrosse, Lloydminster Bobcats, Josh Gratton, NHL alumnus. Assistant coach as well, the Winnipeg Blues. Starting goalie for Team Canada West, they turn today to Luke McKechnie. He is 5'11", 168 out of Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Plays for the Whitecourt Wolverines in the AJHL. 12 games as a starter. He's 8-2, 259 goals against, 905 save percentage. Played U18 AAA in Moose Jaw last year. Also a cup of coffee he stopped for in the SJHL with the Yorkton Terriers. West beat East last year for bronze in Camrose, Alberta, while in the preliminary round, not so pretty for Team Canada West. A 6-1 win for Canada East. Only one player on each side was a part of that program last year. Totally different scenario here as we wrap things up on day number 2, and we are underway from Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Matthew Hakita down low, a member of the AJHL, one of 13 AJHL players is Matthew Hakita after the puck down low to start things out for Team Canada West. Lloydminster Bobcats out there with his Bobcats teammate Raphael Messier, who doesn't hail from too far from here. Sherbrooke, Quebec, I'm told, about an hour and a half from these parts, as that's an icing call. Dave Dawson is my name here on hnlive.ca. Eric Serkey, camera operator, engineer, jack of all trades, and Robitaille. Jack of all trades in these parts. She's well known for her 13 hats she wears. Happy to have her helping us out on the technical side. Philippe Auclair, often you French play-by-play as well. You'll hear his ambience in the background. It's Max Leduc in the dot for Team Canada West. We're in white if you are just joining us this very second. And his counterpart on the other side is Will Hughes, who assistant coach Andrew Campoli told me before the game Hughes was one of the players he was really impressed with in yesterday's 4-1 win over Team USA. More on my chat with Campoli later in the broadcast today. Huey chops that Lego Stev. And a Lego Stev waits to tag up. And Huey sends it back at center. Humeniuk will dump it in. Eric Labrosse told me before the game that Huey played really well in the preseason or preliminary pre-tournament action. Third time's a charm. Hold that thought as Romanuk puts it on. Rebound McKechnie had to be there, and he held on to it. back to that thought in a second. Let's talk a little more about Luke McKechnie, part of a great program in the AJHL. Sean Martin's Whitecourt Wolverines will be chatting with Sean a little later this week for a feature in the AJHL mid-season update. Sean's group has had a great run over the years in the AJHL, still looking for that championship, and it could be a window this year, potentially. Upset in the semifinals last year by the Grand Prairie Storm and swept in the finals a couple years back. As McKechnie watches that in the zone as Jackson Herchak, the veteran of the Junior A World Challenge, was in Camrose for that group a couple years back. I want to get to my point on Huey as well, and he's back on the ice, number 2 in white. Flipped over to Messier. LaBrosse told me this line was really gelled well, and AJHL flavor, as Will Ludick had a goal yesterday. Sink Mars, the captain, at the line, gloved but not held, as West continues to work. Kakita continues to charge. He had a great game yesterday, had some great opportunities. And Ludick, a wraparound right there. And Will Ludick again, the Canmore Eagle, as that goes right into the crowd. Number 19 in white. A great early chance as he's sweeping right close to the broadcast vantage point. Told me in an interview about a week and a bit ago that such an honor to wear the maple leaf, and it's been a dream for him, and we'll call that puck out of play. So it's actually going to be a power play coming up for Team Canada West. Clearly out for Harding. So West going to Jared Harding to the box, the Toronto, Ontario native. So West to the player advantage. And they were 2 for 6 yesterday against Sweden. Canada East saw 1 goal against on 7 opportunities against the Americans. Charles Hawthorne-Wade, an incredible contest yesterday and a great camp in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia about a month ago. Leduc down low, side of the net for Stewart. Good two-way game out of him yesterday. Leduc waits, drags, delivers. Nice save, backdoor feed, Robbery Korovic. Right there gets the pad down. And a sensational save early. Sink Mars. Ludick drags, delivers off of a stick and out of play. Will Ludick scored yesterday from the same spot. Back to my thought on number 19. Told me such an honor, and coming back into the AJHL side of the ledger and opportunity to represent Canada. And it was a dream growing up for him, like many of these players. I don't want to say that some of them just say that, because that's pretty disrespectful, but you can get the indication when someone describes it. It means a little more to others than it does to some other people. And you don't really actually know that until you get a chance to meet them. But such an incredible young man, Will Ludick, and part of a great program of the Canmore Eagles in the AJHL, and they've been right there for a number of years. Will's a big part of what's building there. Sink Mars off the draw, walks the line amicably. Leduc back to Sink Mars to Ludick. Ludick, Sink Mars. Max Leduc drags down low, good stick. Keeping it to the outside. Minute gone in the power play for Canada West. Esteban, Sink Mars across Ludick, fakes it, drags, delivers over top. Bouncing puck out in front. Ludick keeps it in. Moves the feet. Sink Mars. Blocker side just missed. Messier trying to charge. Freed up a little bit. Messier now has room to work with. Across to Ludick. Bobbled it to Sink Mars. Fires! And absorbed by Korovic. Korovic, great so far. The Collingwood Blues goaltender. Andrew Campoli, his head coach. They've had great goalies they put together over the years in this tournament. Noah Pack a couple of years back, a few of them. National champion with the Collingwood Blues, and an incredible gentleman. Julian Molinaro didn't make this tournament. Him and Pack together occupied the goal in Collingwood, and more on Andrew Campoli and his journey in a little bit in the broadcast. Always want to give credit where credit is due. Dumeniuk to Reed now. Cross ice feed and in the feet. Didn't handle it cleanly. Winds up, blockers side and wide. Reed down low, Stinton in front of him. Reed now, Stinton calling for it. No, Humaniak. Stinton delivers, blocked. Might have got a piece of Hikita in front. Back at the line again, even strength we are. Humaniak trying to chip it by, played amicably in the backside. West continues the pressure. Korvik, another save. Shot 6-1, favoring Canada West early as East gets off on a line change. Chat with Eric Labrosse before the game. He said he wants to see more urgency. They got to skate hard. They stopped skating in the third, he told me, against Sweden. Keeping the pace high. Don't want to let up at all. Well, they started well, Eric. Frechette now, my opinion, one of the best players on the ice yesterday for Canada East. Sam Frechette, Valleyfield in the QJHL. And through neutral, here comes East for the first opportunity into the zone. Left there from Howard. Back at the line, and West will take it and go only to center, though. As Frechette trying to knock it out. Landmark looking at it as Herchak stops it. McKechnie leaves it for Herchak, and Herchak on the up. Didn't hit Stewart's stick very well, so that'll allow East a chance to get the puck again. Brady. Good game for him on Sunday against the USA as well. Vader had a goal late, a free one based on a oopsie play later in the contest. Got the fourth goal of the game after the empty netter. A bonus one, Andrew Campoli called it in my pregame chat. And here's Huey on the ice, leading the charge, puts on the brakes, drops it off Herchak. And out comes East the other way, 2-on-1, led by Collins. Collins, cross ice feed, he scores! Chase Yenny, stick on the ice, back of the net. Odd player rush. Just a beautiful feathery sauce play. Spread that all over your steak and potatoes. Eat that on the barbecue. Fulfilling. And Yanni has his first of the tournament. It's 1-0 for Team Canada East on their second shot of the hockey game. Absolutely no chance for Luke McKechnie on that one. Perfectly placed pass. Strong side, right on the tape, back of the net, book it. High around the boards, out of the zone. Kingsley Austin. Cross right to Hawthorne-Waite. Hawthorne-Waite slides down the wing. Ali playing his first action today. Ali and Scartosi not in action in the opening contest. Both had the flu, I'm told. Harding at the line. Now Hawthorne-Waite working it across. Ali down below the goal line. Administered into the end boards. Hawthorne-Waite fires McKechnie right into the stomach as Charles Hawthorne-Waite. What a game out of him yesterday, too. As I've loved, as I mentioned, the Centennial Cup. Bruce Richardson's weapon he's got to deploy there. One of the guys that jumped off the page, quite a few of them, from that East versus Maritimes Prospects game in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, during the Under-17 World Challenge. 3 shots now for Canada East, as the goal obviously gave them some life. Lego Steyev. Short side, McKechnie absorbs it and hangs on. Sean Martin, with the Whitecourt Wolverines, the head coach and general manager, has had this impeccable ability to find great goaltenders and turn them into superstars. McKechnie, another part of that recipe. So many great stories I could tell, and Marty's not part of the coaching staff this year, so I won't go on it. Part of it last year, but I just love the stories of guys that coming back from whether it was ACHA or NCAA or maybe thought they'd given up on hockey. One phone call from Sean Martin. All right, I'll play one more year and help turn their career around. It's just incredible. People in the game of hockey, really, really special. And here's Hughes, looking for something special. Cross ice, broken up by Rees. He had a goal yesterday. At the line, Brady drags, delivers just over top. Ludick now, eyes for the puck. Monitoring it, kick to the line, not out. Across, Brady. Brady, nice sidestep play. Brady, backhand, just missed. Great individual effort. Had eyes for the top of the goal. Opportunity wide of the goal. Canada East continuing, West now going north. Messier dumps it in. Korovic out to stop it. Long lead feed, might be a chance. Tainton Lavender, a great positioning. Stopping it, but Brunet gets it back. Frechette misfires on it. Brunet turns. Frechette, backdoor. Nobody's home. Someone stole the package off the doorstep. Lavender engages physicality. Frechette, motor to go in. Eyes on this guy. When he gets on the ice, Massimo Torrone, his motor never stops. And here he is with it. Chips it in forward, but Grant Reed of the Calgary Canucks in the AJHL will take it on the exit, and they move through neutral. Reed trying to chase it. Major junior last year with an Wenatchee Wild in the Western Hockey League. Feed on the left wing side. Huey playing on that edge there, Rick LaBrosse told me about. He's told me that Huey, they really need Huey to play with that physical tenacity. Has a chance here. He scores! The Dauphin King, Ethan Stewart, rips it top shelf. And we're back to even par. Perfect timing for that comment. Eric LaBrosse told me Rylan Huey, when he played against USA in pre-tournament action, literally drew 4 penalties himself. He says he's got to play on that edge, create turnovers, get on the other teams underneath their skin. He said he took 2 penalties yesterday that he thought changed the tempo of the game. But Huey helps create a turnover, which gets the puck to Stewart, and the Brandon, Manitoba native has tied it up for Canada West. Max Leduc in. Far pad shot from Stewart. A heads-up play there. Took something off of it. End of his shift, too, though. Sink Mars given away. Collins, lucky for Sink Mars. Just a step offside. Chase Yanni, the goal for Canada East. And West has answered back. 8-4. A shot total for Canada West. Unofficially. Rees on the return, maybe surprised Humeniuk a little bit. Has to delay with it. Now Humeniuk will take it and skate. Dumps it in. Off an eastern stick, so didn't get a lot on it. So Canada East. Oh, we'll go with Canada West. There's Sullivan Humeniuk. We'll go that direction. Victoria BC product. Drumheller Dragons in the AJHL. 6'3", $170. Humeniuk is one of only 6 right-hand shots on Canada West. Factoid for you. Not sure what the factoid is. Hawthorne waits. Engaged by Rees. Anderson trying to bring it out. Andrew Campoli told me Anderson had a great motor yesterday. Was a pain in the backside to play against. Yeah, those are the words he chose. Definitely. Scartosi. back in the lineup today, or in the lineup for the first time, I should say. Seeing ice. At full health now, 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. Andrew Campoli told me that impressed that his group was able to do with 11 forwards and 7 defense, and now at full capacity today. It's Canada West in the white sweater. Stewart had the goal, brings it in, down the wing, drops it Akita. Akita back below the goal line, held in at the line. Lavender deflected right there. Unbelievable save. Are you kidding me? Absolutely robbed. Right out in front was Wyatt Stinton. Korovic again stretches out. Unbelievable stretch save. You can hear Philippe Auclair enjoying it too, the French play-by-play guy. That's what it's all about. Bounce out in front, turnover created. Ludick is right there. Hasn't he been all around the puck again? Will Ludick, every time he's on the ice. That could be a tripping call, it is. A little bit too much of the lower half of the body. Jackson Herchak got. As we hit the media timeout, Team Canada East will be headed to the power play. We will come back to Trois-Rivières, Quebec for the Junior A World Challenge shortly.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
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 He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Back live at Colisée Videotron. Gorgeous facility here. Pro Hockey Arena. Been around for about 5 years. Houses the Trois-Rivières Lions and East Coast Hockey League. Understood that this place was a buzzing last year during the Kelly Cup. 5 straight sellouts. They raised the banner in the opening game and sellout there. And but a great spot for the Junior A World Challenge. As Team Canada East to the power play. Jackson Herchak in the penalty box. As East wearing red, West wearing white. Just joining us. Lego Steyev had a goal yesterday. Carries the puck in, Brady. Out in front, Frechette, robbed by McKechnie as well. In the bumper, they call it. Great save by Luke McKechnie. He's had a couple good ones already. Brady. Hard bump by Huey. And again, that's the game Eric Labrosse wants out of him. Creates another turnover, and he's going to the net. He scores! Rylan Huey, shorthanded goal. Creates the turnover, goes to the net, stick on the ice, back of the goal. I said it yesterday. I love the game out of number 2. Just some of those penalties. Difficult. That's Josh Gratton, assistant coach, head coach of the Winnipeg Blues in the MJHL. More on him in a bit, who gives a tap on the back of the head to Huey. Great turnover. That is exactly what the Humboldt Broncos love about number 2. Huey, 5 goals for them in league play. Has his first in the Junior A World Challenge, and Canada West is their first lead of the tournament. Around it goes. Right in front, McKechnie, another save. Stinton, a great pass over to Huey. And connected. Stinton was one who was robbed a few moments ago. So Canada West motoring here early. Brunet on the power play for East, 30 still to work with. Brunet on the return. Kingsley Austin and now Turnbull. The veteran of the Junior A World Challenge was here last year. Not here, in Camrose at the event. You know what I mean. Turnbull across. Brunet trying to feather it to Austin. Down low, side of the goal. Couldn't work it cleanly. Tate Collins was waiting for it. Austin deflected just wide. Penalized players out of the box. Austin fires. It's blocked. Herchak is out. Clears it. Great draw weight. Just enough time for the team in white to change. Stinton. There's a look. Taroni. Oh boy. Flory had him in his tracks. Hawthorne wait. And Austin taken away. Braden Ryan McKay down the wing. Looks at help. One-time read. Rebound right there. And a great stick to break it up. Out the other way we come now. 3-on-2. Hawthorne wait as Taroni with them. McKechnie says, no dice, boys. Seen enough. And hangs on. As you'd expect, a little rough stuff on each side. I tried to sell that East versus West dislike is there will be a Canada East penalty. So West will be going to the power play. Now Anderson with some of that motor. Andrew Campoli told me about is going to get him into trouble. So now Canada West will have a player advantage with a 2-1 lead in the hockey game. I gave the goal to Tate and Lavender to number 12 instead of number 2, but it certainly was Huey. Ludick, great job stretching out to hold it in. Down low, Hakita. Hawthorne wait, takes it, fires it. Sink Mars stops it. Eric Labrosse, his head coach, last 2 seasons, Northern Manitoba this year, and Lloyd told me Sink Mars a difficult job to come in as a captain and lead a group, but he said he's handled it amicably as the group's still trying to get to know each other. But he said he's the right personality to be able to take the challenge and work with it. Said he's a great presence and smart hockey player. Well, that's why he brought him over to Lloydminster. Leduc, got to be careful around the blue line. And Max, member of the Centennial Cup last year with the Grand Prairie Storm, has it taken off of his hip pocket and slapped back into the Canada West zone. Sullivan Humeniuk opens up his hips, carries it over the line, just a step offside though, as he hammered it over to Worthington, or touched it. One extra move created the offside. As you have a look at Worthington, interview with him yesterday. Could have been a major junior experience, and appreciates the opportunity, of course, to be playing here in the Junior A World Challenge. Humeniuk. Worthington chips it ahead to Reed. Bogart, first one there, but West is able to regroup. Humeniuk walks the line, lots of traffic in front, across Stinton. Humeniuk thinks about it, now goes to Reed. At the line, Humeniuk, one time Stinton, just missed. Humeniuk with a rolling puck will come all the way back, and it bounces. Took a weird path to the goal, and McKechnie almost swept himself to the side and had to be careful with it. Stinton now introduced into the boards, and Canada East can't clear. Hard on pucks, just like Eric Labrosse said, keep skating, play difficult. That's what's led them to a 2-1 lead, a shorthanded goal by Ryland Huey, the difference maker currently. Back to 5-on-5, 14-7 shots unofficially, and East is out. Austin plays it across for Shed, trying to go for it. Anderson out of the box, looking for support. The rest of the primarily red off on a change. Rees now through center. Dances over the line with speed down the wing. Rees loses control of it, regains it though. Rees still has it. Works it across, shot on, deflected, and Korovic didn't know where it was. Off of the arm. And a good check finish by Braden Ryan McKay as the puck comes back inside the Canada West zone. That's Matthew Lessick of the Grand Prairie Storm. Gives it away, Lego Steyev. Alley delivers, and Luke McKechnie. Dylan Alley seen his first action, as I talked about. All 6'4", 185 pounds of him from Gatineau, Quebec. Primarily of Rockland in the Central Canada Hockey League, who are currently ranked number 2 in the CJHL rankings just came out today. The Niverville Nighthawks, number 1 in that category in the MJHL, who the architect of Canada West, Mike McCauley, is the GM there. Brady from the line through lots of traffic. Saved by McKechnie, rebound. No, Alley thinks it's in. McKechnie had it. The official is going to blow it dead. Referee said, huh? Yeah, no, we're good. It's McKechnie. Get some refreshments. Started my broadcast career in Whitecourt, actually, all the way back in 2008. Whitecourt Wolverines were junior B. Tell stories about those days, but this ain't about me. It's about Luke McKechnie and Team Canada West in front, a 2-1 lead. Alley off the draw. At the line, Brady. Brady to Brunet, below the goal line. Trying to open something up in the seam, and they do in the bumper. In tight, Lego Steyev. And again, McKechnie fights it off well. 15-10 now the shots, unofficially in favor of Canada West. Both groups pushing the pace. Lego Steyev knocked down by Akita. Alley takes it away. Alley pestered by Messier. Lego Steyev, he scores! Great forecheck work by that line, started by Dylan Alley down deep, and Lego Steyev. That's playing around. Puts it up top shelf. We're tied at 2. The Brockville Brave in the CCHL. It's 12 goals in 12 games there. Has played 8 for Gatineau in the QMJHL, 7 points, including 5 goals. Second of the tournament. This is fun or what? Where else would you rather be on is it Monday today? I don't even know. I think it is. Yeah, it's Monday. There are work days and non-work days in this industry. St. Mars in behind the goal. And might be a tripping call, no. Play will continue. Lessick, a flip to Huey. Up there to Stewart. Austin now, pursued by Huey. Harding flips it across. Leduc. Tipped ahead, Romanuk, as St. Mars will calmly play it up to Huey. What a game for him. Again, Huey. Right side, Taroni. This guy can go. One-timer, Romanuk blocked at the goal again. Taroni just opens it up. Andrew Campoli told me about Taroni. Said a good stick, great vision, hard to play against, and skates well. Hughes brings it in, goes wide, battles for it as East is changing. Final minute of play, period number 1. And a fun one. Right wing feed on the tape. After it's Stinton. Worthington trying to work it. East will take it away though. Vader with a goal again today. Excuse me, no, that was Yanni early, not Vader. Stinton, offside, Worthington touches it. Good time to get a sponsor read in. Want to thank the great friends we have at Source for Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by Source for Sports. Experience the feeling of getting fit like the pros at your local Source for Sports. Their experts will get you into the right gear that fits your game. Check out the highlights as well, brought to you by Source for Sports and hnlive.ca, Instagram, TikTok, hnlive.ca on Twitter or X, hnlive on YouTube. Alex Bastiavansky, our editor, will be putting together the top 5 plays of the day and all that for you later on today. You can check out, go back in the archives as well, and have a look at the past events. The Under-17 World Challenge just came out of that, of the Brick Invitational Tournament coming up in the summertime. And of course, in 1 month, got a busy 6 consecutive days, the John Reid Memorial Tournament in St. Albert, Alberta, a U18 AAA elite event. The last elite event before the Western Hockey League draft other than the Alberta Cup. And of course, the AJHL Showcase in Edmonton and Red Deer. We'll be doing the production for that. Peter Labardis and I will have the call, and a number of AJHL broadcasters will be involved in it as well. Looking forward to that. Stopped at the line, Fleury, knocked down Collins. Collins fishes it, slides off his stick though, and maybe a chance for West. No, there won't be. 15-12, shots favoring the team in white, known as Canada West. Deadlocked at 2 apiece. We'll be joined by a member of Canada West following the break, when we return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec, and the beautiful Colisée Videotron for the 18th annual Junior A World Challenge on hnlive.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovic.
Whoa, these are for Baranovic?
Baranovic? Baranovic?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovic.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
2-2 the score through 20 minutes of play. Wyatt Stinton joins us now. Wyatt, the first question I got to ask you, that 2-on-1 shorthanded goal. Take me into that and setting up Huey.
No, we, in the process of making this team, we connected for almost the same kind of a goal, except it was me scoring it. So it's nice to get the go-ahead goal there. And yeah, it just kind of came off of a broken play and a little give and go, and then back over to Huey. And yeah, it was a big one.
Never a bad thing to connect with a guy you play in the same league with, for sure. Wyatt, I want to ask you about the pace out there today. Obviously, Eric Labrosse, your assistant coach, told me that wasn't really happy with the pace of the play in the third. Do you feel like you guys got back to the game you want to play in the opening 20 today?
Absolutely. I thought we were a little scrambly at times, but no, we were good. We were getting pucks in towards the end of the period there, and no, it was good. We're playing the way that we want to play right now.
How special is this opportunity to represent your country today for you, Wyatt?
No, it's awesome. You can't really put into words. Not many guys get to do it. I don't know how many guys that have done it from Flin Flon, so it's a real honor.
All right, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Best of luck, hey?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Wyatt Stinton, native of Flin Flon, plays for his hometown Flin Flon Bombers. So special moment for him, and appreciate his time. And we will give you some time. About 14 and a half minutes or so. Go get a refreshment and come back as we get set up for period 2 from Trois-Rivières, Quebec, in the Junior A World Challenge.
It's one of the fiercest rivalries in all of sport. The unmatched thrill of playing for your country. It's the clash of hometown heroes. The unsurpassed skill of international stars. It's Canada versus the United States. The experience, unforgettable. Be there when our rivalry continues. Get your tickets at hockeycanada.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
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 He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Join the fans of Canada's game across the country and around the world and be a Hockey Canada insider. Receive news and features about Team Canada, events, promotions, and much more. Sign up at hockeycanada.ca/insider.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
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 He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Hi, I'm Danielle Serdachny. I'm here in Leduc for the World Girls Ice Hockey Weekend.
There's 67 events across Canada with 12,000 participants. So Leduc Minor Hockey Association is one of 5 associations across Alberta hosting events this year.
Just being here today with all these girls and seeing how they have dreams and aspirations of playing hockey one day. It's so important that they're able to see it, whether that be across the media or on TV or in person. So I think just being here is really special for myself and hopefully for them to know that if they can see it, they can be it.
It's a celebration of female hockey. It's not only just the players, but it's about the moms and the supporters, the coaches, everybody that's involved. Leduc has been growing our female program for a number of years, and it's one of these things where I really feel it's important to highlight how important it is to have female hockey in Leduc.
I think it's so important to celebrate the game like this. Being here is really special for me too, because it kind of puts everything into perspective for me as a hockey player, and hopefully they can have someone to look up to as well.
It's one of the fiercest rivalries in all of sport. The unmatched thrill of play for your country. It's the clash of hometown heroes. The unsurpassed skill of international stars. It's Canada versus the United States. The experience unforgettable. Be there when our rivalry continues. Get your tickets at hockeycanada.ca.
We arrived here in July 2023. Actually, it was a Canada Day, so it was super exciting because Daniel was able to he dived in the Canadian culture, I guess.
I first met Daniel when I was working with the local ECHL and AHL teams that we had here. He was holding up a homemade sign in Russian, which caught my attention, so I had to go over and talk to him and see what that was all about.
I went to this game and I found this goalie that was Russian too.
And I asked Pexa, who is that kid behind your net with a goalie mask and cheering every game? I'm like, do you know him? He said, yeah, I do. He's my biggest fan.
so I finally got to get them together down on the bench. And his eyes lit up, he was so excited, and you get to see everything from ice level view.
He actually came over and gave me one of his stick. That was a really, really good day.
He fell in love with hockey from watching the Newfoundland Growlers. So he was like, hey, I want to get involved. How do I play hockey? I think through the funding program, Daniel and his family have been given the opportunity to try something new.
Well, it's a huge help for us because we're newcomers. It is a big chunk of the fee that we have to pay, and absolutely grateful for that.
And then from there, I think he just fell in love with the game and the community and creating relationships with the other kids.
The first time I saw Daniel play hockey, it was really cool because he tried to repeat and copy what he's seen on TV. So it was pretty cool. He just learned how to skate and he just went for it.
Well, I tried it at first and I said, I like it. And all the power skating, I like it. It's my hobby, I like it. I like to skate and stuff and all the saves.
So when we were for the first time on the ice together, I was like, I'm so happy that you became a goalie, also on the ice, not just behind the net.
I think at the beginning of the season, he came on to the team pretty much not knowing a single kid. And that didn't stop him. He still created relationships. He was always at practice. I don't think he ever missed one, to be honest.
Because he instantly found friends into the hockey team. He instantly found a reason to talk to other kids in school. So he adjusted right away.
My favorite part about being goalie is every time at the end of the game, everyone piles up on top of you. And they start telling you, you're good, let's go.
The assist fund is so important to kids like Daniel, especially new kids to Canada. It gives them the opportunity to explore a sport that they might not have ever had the opportunity to try anywhere else.
To support Hockey Canada Foundation, like you're just helping kids to become part of the community. You're just helping them to do what they really want to do.
For a child out there that their parents can't afford it, and I think there are a lot of kids out there today that their parents can't afford hockey. I think if anybody out there has the money and want to donate, I think the kids is the best answer.
I would say to anyone that is considering donating to the Assist Fund to do it. This program assisted Daniel in getting on the ice, and now it's turned into a love for him.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
You're so good for your first time.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
I think it's really important for young girls to have great role models as coaches, and for me, having women being involved in the game has really helped shape the future of young girls in the game. They are having more fun. They see themselves in leadership position later on.
Okay, Reese, I just didn't hold it up. Yeah, I told her. Perfect, good job.
I think having female coaches coaching young women is so important. It's great to see the role models and being able to see maybe a different life after playing.
More and more women are getting in skill coaching position, whether it's in the NHL or with Team Canada. And that's really, really important to just pave the way for the next generation to know that it could be them one day. I know that as a university coach at Concordia University in
Andrew Campoli and company, Billy McQuiggan, Bruce Richardson, part of the coaching staff. Andrew Campoli on the left. He is the head coach of the Collingwood Blues. Met him in 2023 at the Centennial Cup in Portage La Prairie, Manitoba. Collingwood Blues then next year went on to win the Centennial Cup. And him and I have connected. He's been a part of the coaching staff for the Junior A World Challenge, was there last year as well. And built a great friendship. And one of my favorite parts, again, of being involved in these events, having the access to different coaches and players, is the relationships. Andrew's son, Brody, is watching today. His wife, Alyssa, I'm told, is now part of the social media communications group. And what endeared me the most to both myself and Peter Labardia, so we hear later in the week, was Andrew Campoli's commitment to community and great people. He talks about the excellence for his program. He wants to have a certain look in the community, the way they approach people, the way he creates individuals. It's about raising up great young hockey players and human beings and athletes. And he talks about the importance of family and how much he loves his family and wants to be part of that, and being a part in the less fortunate community as well, cooking meals for them and all those kinds of things. So a guy that I look forward to interacting with. And right now, the head coach of the Collingwood Blues, they're looking good again in the OJHL. And right now, most importantly, Team Canada East. If you're a fan of theirs, back at even par again. So he told me to say hello, Alyssa, and hello, Brody. He loves you both very much. Isn't that a great person? Ain't he, Mr. Campoli? Shot just wide of the goal. Bouncing puck is West on the attack again to start things out here in period 2. Raphael Messier, Lloydminster Bobcats. His head coach on the bench, Eric Labrosse. More on him in period 2. Lesick blockered into the corner. Can name off all the head coaches I know. Chris Schmidt, his head coach, over top of the net. In front again, free puck. Picked up and backhanded out by Howard, held in at the line, and Will Ludick takes it away. Don't tempt me with the good times, saying nice things about people. Howard. Lego stay up to Collins. Has time. He scores. Tate Collins, the Toronto Patriot. 15 regular season goals already. The Union College commit down the wing. Might have handcuffed McKechnie a bit. Not sure if he lost his net. Either way, not taking anything away from the great shot from Collins. As East back in front. Collins' first goal of the Junior A World Challenge. Collins out there still. Turned over, and here comes Huey. Already has one, looking for his jersey. Stewart below the goal line. Out in front of Leduc. Huey misfired on it. Puck on the side. It's still loose. Referee not blowing the whistle yet. Korovic finally puts a glove on it. And Yanni says, enough out of you. Laurel or Yanni? It's Yanni. And he pushes Stewart out of the way. It's an old person's joke there for, not sure if the Gen Zers or the Alpha generations will know that one, but anyway. Frechette and company. And set up for an O-zone or a D-zone faceoff. It's Wyatt Stinton. Great interview with him. Talked about, not sure if anyone from Flin Flon has ever made it to the Junior A World Challenge or an opportunity to represent his country, period. Love hearing things like that. Wyatt, really appreciated your time. Humaniak dumped it in. Bogert now. It's Worthington caught an edge, allowed Bogert the entry and maybe more. As West will clear it down, that'll be an icing call. So this, in the history of the two programs, their 17th meeting all time. Canada West has had the edge 16-5, outscoring East 65-7. Only 3 of the previous 16 meetings have been one-goal games. West has won all 3 of those. Hawthorne Wade, excuse me, no, that's not, it's Worthington. Both numbers, long names on the same side. They planned that all well. Rees now, down the wing, bursting, Rees at the goal, for the puck is loose and covered. Maxim Korovic, Collingwood Blues goalies are almost a guarantee to play in this event. Noah Pack a couple of years ago. And last year's Junior A World Challenge. The name escapes me of the goalie. It's driving me nuts. I'll get it eventually. It'll just randomly come to me and I'll yell it awkwardly. See, he's trying to clear it out. Back inside their zone again. Noah Tegelar, that's what it was. And a penalty call coming right on that. Hooking will be Canada West to the power play. Penalized player for Canada East, number 3, Luke Howard, out of Aurora in the OJHL. One of 10 OJHL representatives on this Canada East roster, the most amongst the other leagues. 5 from the Quebec League, 4 from the Maritimes. 5 from the CCHL, excuse me, 4 from the Quebec League. 2 from the Maritimes, 1 from the NOJHL, as they call it the Noj in these parts. Leduc now. Stewart looking at it. Ludic's trying to cut it off. Bouncing puck comes back through center. Only 1 special teams goal so far, and it was a shorty. Raphael Messier plays it through center. Force Max Leduc back in his own zone, and Hughes takes the option of the guy without the puck, which will allow Leduc to go north. Down Highway 2 comes Leduc. Makes a stop in Nisku, drops it off. St. Mars now. Stewart. Back to Leduc. Leduc. St. Mars fakes it. Ludic. Ludic drags, fires, blocker save by Korovic. Leduc. Back to line again. St. Mars to Leduc. Down low. Stewart in front for Messier. Tripped. Not sure if he was helped down or he fell. 50 seconds remaining in Canada West power play number 2. 2 for 6 against Sweden yesterday. Both of their goals they scored were scored on that variety. Chipped in, Worthington, second unit out for Canada West around Akita. Stinton stops it. Stinton across. Akita, Humaniak, Stinton. Backdoor, nope, hit Worthington's skate. Almost found its way in. That's 20 on the left side, by the way, not Akita. That's Reed. Stinton. Humaniak fires, took something off of it. And Humaniak will backhand it down. Outside the zone as Grant Reed takes a peek and sees what's happening. 3 seconds left in the West power play. As Tainton Lavender now, the Drayton Valley Thunder. Up to Reed. Reed dances over Reed. Cross ice, Ryan McKay. Bit of a hopper. Still got a quality shot away. Korovic stopped it. Leduc changing. Tapped his man on the entry into the ice. Collins, save, rebound, McKechnie. Ryan McKay now gonna pick up the pace. 3-on-2, Canada West. Ryan McKay drops it off. Firing, Korovic to save. Rebound, Stewart trying to bring it out in front. It's already got one today, Leduc. Runs his man into the end wall. Braden Ryan McKay to Kevin Hasselberg's Drumheller Dragons. Excuse me. That's right. I don't know why I second guessed that for a second. Merchak delivers his man into the boards. Lavender. Leduc trying to get it past Brunet. Ended up hitting him in the back, and Brunet will get the puck from it. East is changing. Right wing feed into the zone. Shot on. Ooh, McKechnie misread it a little bit. Stick blew up. Didn't get enough on it. Lucky for McKechnie is that broken twig in the corner. Off of the stick of Alex Hendry as East will reset. Good back check by Huey again. Look at him go. Ryland Huey creating another turnover. He swaps off for a line change. Joked about it yesterday. He might buy me a Ryland Huey jersey before the end of the tournament. Just love the way he plays the game. Lego Steyev, pair in the tournament. Maybe another one, maybe an extra pass that he didn't want to make. In comes West. Takita retrieves it. Ludic around. Messier on the right side, hoping no one sees him. Calls for it at the line. Shot is blocked. And Rees will free up some space for Humeniuk, trying to play it over to him, Brunet. Rees retrieves it. Goal yesterday, gives it away. Backhanded back in as East will make some changes. Hawthorne waits offside. He ain't happy with that. So Maniak taking his time to vacate. Trying to make the right decision, and he does. Gets it to Stinton. Up Worthington. He'll eye it. Howard now. Pace has kind of slowed down to a bit of a chess match pace. It's been really high speed so far. This guy can turn it on. Only thing that'll stop him is an offside call. Taroni, his wheels. When I asked Andrew Campoli, usually like to go in and a generic question, what you like about your group's effort? And I said, who jumped off the page for you? And he said Taroni, and I burst out laughing because he told me, Dave, when we get going on Sunday, keep an eye on number 10. They're going to love his motor. Smallest player in our team, but he can skate. And he certainly lived up to the billing. Puck dropped unfairly. There's Will Hughes of the Collingwood Blues. Speaking of Campoli, wins it cleanly. And they're going to call that icing. Sent in with a little bit too heavy of a draw weight. Raphael Messier. No, that's number 3, not 9. And there's Matt Lessick. Got a chat with him. Remember the Grand Prairie Storm? Played last year in Spruce Grove. And following his career since he was 13 years old. Chatted with him and part of Chris Schmidt's Grand Prairie Storm, and good run they had last year and rebuilding in a very tough North Division and very tough AJHL overall this year. Good active feet does Lessick have. Told me he really wants to contribute his speed and his vision, and there's a good hard pass on to Ludic, so he'll chip it into the zone. Brady had a man on his hip pocket, so Ludic couldn't receive it cleanly as Ryan McKay there, hoping to benefit from a turnover. Vader skates in again. Vader releases McKechnie way out to challenge. No problem for him. There's a look at Big Van Vader. 17. His name's Tate Vader, but wrestling fans in the 90s can appreciate it. I don't know, maybe you won't. From Gowanstown, Ontario. Also another member of Collingwood Blues in the OJHL. Played a couple games for Sioux in the OHL this year as well. 56 of them last year, where he scored a goal. Brunet after it. There's been a lot of number 22s for Red out there. I think there's only one of them. He's been on the ice and made a difference every time he's out. So there he's got it again. Brunet waiting for Frechette. Goes to Bogart. Wasn't expecting it, but we'll send it around alley. Now Brunet. Cycle in. Bogart. Great pace here for this zone time for Canada East. We'll chuck it deep again. Braden Ryan McKay. Youngest player on Team Canada West. Looking landmark was Reed, and now in comes the youngster, Ryan McKay. Bogart is Brunet end of his shift. Collins, the latest goal. In for East. Wasn't expecting the return feed. Collins below the goal line. And Rees a good stick to make sure it didn't go any further. Ryan McKay will chip it out. He'll try to hit off the ice, but instead he'll get the puck. It stays in though, delivers it. It's blocked. Allows some time here to make a good decision. I wouldn't call that one. He wasn't expecting the extra layer though, so not really his fault. That's Collins. Still out on the ice. Yanni. Around the boards. Stopped at the line. Blocked. McKechnie didn't know where it was as Leduc was the one who kept it away. Yanni now. Caged by Rees. Here in the midway point of period 2. 1 goal in the second. It was off the stick of Collins in the early goings, about a minute and a half in. Chucked down. Try to leg it out. They won't though. That'll be an icing call. We could not be here without our friends at Source for Sports. These broadcasts are brought to you by Source for Sports. Ryland Huey and company. We'll head back for an icing call. You can experience the feeling of getting fit like the pros at your local Source for Sports. Their experts will get you into the right gear that fits your game. Howard across Brady. Well, down low for Anderson. Hawthorne wait. Side steps. Rees chops at it. Hawthorne wait. Squeeze by Huey. My pick for player of the game for West so far. Knocked down with a high stick. And they'll blow it dead. As Toroni and company will head to the media timeouts. 3-2 the score. Shots 23-15 favoring Canada West unofficially. Collins, the difference maker, goal right now. We'll come back to Trois-Rivières, Quebec shortly.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich?
Baranovich? He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Eric Labras, head coach of the Lloydminster Bobcats in the AJHL. New job he took coming over from northern Manitoba last year. Told me the score didn't reflect the effort yesterday. His chances early, the group didn't bury him. He really did feel that the team needed to skate and be hard and physical today. He's got a good group of Bobcats here. Told me that group stopped skating when Sweden kind of took over. Really does like his captain here as well, Esteban St. Mars. Called him Quincy St. Mars in an interview in the Centennial Cup last year. Can't get that into my brain. Green as Stinton with a motor. Going in after it, Korovic past him. Anderson stops it along the wall. And Green now, short side, didn't miss by much as that has momentum all the way around the boards. Here's the pace Labras was telling me about before the game. Lessig now, lots of traffic in front of the goal. Nice edge work Lessig, as Green helps out again. Shot is blocked by Brady. Lessig trying to keep the pressure on, get it back to even par again. Great work by Lessig at the line, finally cleared. Hawthorne-Waite, crafty fingers on the stick there to find himself some open space. Chipped free Worthington now, the Saskatoon Blade alum in the Western League. Dumped into the zone, he'll head off on a line change, and Bogart around the boards for Team Canada East. Lake Superior State commit, one of 2 NCAA commits on this East roster. The only 2 commits on the ice today. Brady flips it up. The captain for Canada East is Tainton Lavender. Up now to Stewart. Drops it off Leduc. Hits the back of the leg of Bogart. Cleared out beyond the reach of Legosteyev. Right on the tape for Stewart. Stewart, the return feed from Leduc at the goal. Korovic fights it off. Huey out there. Look out when he's on the ice. Leduc, as Huey almost creates another turnover. I thought that hit him. Vader touches ahead. Hughes, Legosteyev. Great tracking by Lavender to cause some fits in the feet. Turnbull, cross ice feed. Kingsley Austin walks it well. Turnbull, the 2 of them worked out pretty good there, didn't it? As Humaniak trying to chip it along Worthington. You can feel the nervousness right now. The next goal could be really big in this game. Either way, just feels not tentative. Tense might be the word. Vader. Ludick. And obviously a victory for Canada West would be huge. Will make every group in the pool at 1-1. A Canada East victory puts them atop of the standings. Ludick trying to retrieve Akita. Akita now shovels it. Rees. There's Flory. Tries to hold in and does. Flory activates. Can't walk by Hughes as he holds his ground and calmly plays it below the goal line. 1-0 East. 1-1. 2-1 West. 2-2. Now 3-2 East. That's the story. Kingsley Austin fires it in. Luke McKechnie holds it. Each West goalie plays for the Wolverines. One in Warman, one in Whitecourt. WW. Landmark now. Below the goal line for Reed. Sidesteps a collision, most of it. Got a bit of it though. Shoveled out of the zone, glove down Lessig. Moves ahead to himself. Alley. Urchak delivers a good contact there. Up to Landmark, hit his skates though. Time for East to maybe make a play. Urchak another hit, 3rd of his on the shift, I believe already. Now he gets the puck. Jackson Urchak up, Collins gloves it down. Team's offside though, is number 10 in white. Veteran of the tournament from last year as well, Jackson Urchak. Member of the Kindersley Clippers in the SJHL. Won a bronze medal. Pardon me, he's headed to Colorado College. There are 2 on Canada West. Green as well as Urchak. So 2 NCAA commits on each side of the ice. Dumped in by Rees. Worthington as Green supports him down low. Trying to open it up in front for Stinton. Humaniak. Down deep again. Scartozzi. Off the glass. From the line, delivered. Had to be careful, did Korovic, to find where the puck was. The captain, Brady. Joshua Brady, newly acquired by Trenton Golden Hawks a week ago in the OJHL. Great program there. Stewart Wide of the goal, Derek Smith, their head coach, got to know him, the Calgary Flames alumnus and great individual. Really an honor to chat with him and pick his brain about hockey and the psychology of hockey. It was held by McKechnie. So much of the game today, every time you talk to a coach, you ask him what's different about when they played to what it is like now. And Smith had told Peter Labardius and I at the Centennial Cup, players always want to know the why now. If you tell them about a concept, they want to know why, so they can understand it. Derek talked a lot about his career and some of the mistakes he made, and now he wants to pour back in the community and really make great individuals and really help correct some of the errors he made as a shot off the face-off from Centennial Cup alum Charles Hawthorne-Wade, coached by Bruce Richardson. And Richardson tells me the same thing as well. One of the lessons I learned later in my career, wish I would have learned it earlier, spending an extra 30 minutes talking to coaches before hockey games, you never regret it. Sometimes inconvenient for your schedule, maybe for your appetite, maybe for all the other things. I never regret spending an extra 15 minutes talking to each coach. Hawthorne-Wade. Below the goal line, Anderson. Taroni now. Taroni. And behind the goal, trying to shove it in short side. 5'7", plays like he's 6'6". And West will chip it off the glass and out. That was Flory. It's a second chance at it. Gets it up to his teammate Ludick. Cross ice for Hakita. Hakita puts one on, and Ludick now. Defense is changing. Sink Mars. Return feed Ludick. Ludick drags, delivers off of the stick. In the glass, not in the grass. If there was grass on the ice, we'd have problems. 3:45 remaining, period 2. Shots 24-17 in favor of Team West unofficially. (15-12) in period 1. It's Max Leduc, one of 13 AJHL members. 6 AJHL, 3 MJHL. Leduc hails from Thunder Bay, Ontario, the lone representative on the great province of Ontario. Also where Eric Serkey resides, but he was born in Regina. So he's seen everything. Who's Eric Serkey? He's been king. Here comes Lessig into the zone. Stewart. Lego Stayev on the breakout through neutral. 3-on-2 for Canada East. Firing, and McKechnie tracked it well. Oh boy, had to be careful. It was on the side of the goal and almost knocked the net on top of him. It's Tate Vader involved there. Each team off tomorrow. West will play USA, East will play Sweden. That'll determine the seeding for Friday's semifinal. Rees clears it out of the front of the goal. Ludick looks to activate. Backhands it ahead for Akita. Messier hard after it. And Ludick now. Burst wide. Will Ludick scored yesterday. Akita after it. Has it. Ludick misfired on it. Knew he wasn't a fan of it as soon as it left his stick. Akita hopped up on him. Humeniuk waits across Rees. Hits Ludick in the midsection. Loses his stick. He's going to go off on a change. He's gassed. Hughes trying to get it across Lego Stayev. And Akita discards it. 2:30 remaining, period number 2. Harding enters back in again for Canada East. Slides by Humeniuk out in front. McKechnie swatted at Vader. Just sent it over top of the goal. It's Vader again. Down low alley. His first action of the tournament. Right wing feed for Green. Hit him in the skate, and Howard chucks it below the goal line. Good box in front by West. Akita, another shot block. I think he had 3 yesterday. Green ahead, past Ludic's stick. Dumps it in. Line change for Canada West. Worthington hoping to do something here. Stinton now at the line for Flory. Braces for contact. Return feed. Short side shot. Korvik has no idea where it is. Might have hit him and goes out of play. Maxim Korvik backed up today by record holder Kale Ossipienko. Second all-time and officially 52 saves in a hockey game. Against USA yesterday in their 4-1 win. Andrew Campoli impressed by his workload as well. My pregame chat with him, Collingwood Blues assistant coach. Assistant coach of this, Collingwood Blues head coach. Sent ahead Collins. Romanek charging after it. Yanni with a goal already in this game. Trying to take it away, Stewart. And Leduc around, sees what his options are. Has Huey there. Huey now. Lavender was calling for it, might have had him there, but Huey didn't like the danger it would have presented by passing the puck. Might have been too much red around. Final minute of play, period 2. Collins chops it ahead, Romanek fires, deflected. How did that stay out? Referee right in position, said no way, did not go in. Somehow, that stayed out of the goal. It was deflected high. Nice move, Kingsley Austin. Short side, saved by Luke McKechnie. What craftiness by Kingsley Austin. Great hands. The new Glasgow, Nova Scotia native. Pictou County plays there in the Maritime Hockey League. He was part of that showcase as well. Enjoyed watching him. Played a game for Acadie Bathurst last year. He's an 8th round pick of Acadie Bathurst. He was back in 2023. Taroney now. Work along with Hawthorne Wait. West will clear it out. Akita slapping at it. Messier trying to get it to Leduc. And Taroney works down the wing. Taroney shifty with the hips, looking him open up. The wraparound. Taroney again. Short side chance. And McKechnie holds his ground. He's made some timely, important saves as McKechnie in period number 2. 26-20 the shots now. One last chance. They'll run out of time. 3-2. Canada East leads Canada West on the second game on the second day of the Junior A World Challenge from Trois-Rivières, Quebec. We will be joined by Mr. Taroney very shortly when we return to the Colisée Videotron.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich?
Baranovich? He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
3-2, Canada East leads. Massimo Tironi now joins us. Massimo, what did you like about your group's effort here in the second frame?
We definitely did a better job in the second than the first. We took put more pucks on net, put more pucks deep. We're a bit more physical, whereas in the first we didn't do a lot of those things, and it showed on the scoreboard where we didn't win the period. So great effort by the boys, and we see a better vibe on the bench.
Chatting with both your coaches, well, two of your three coaches, they each mentioned how your motor is something that's so special about you, and you really are able to elevate your group. How much do you really enjoy that aspect of the physicality which allows your teammates to create offense?
I love moving my feet. I love going in the corners and putting the effort in. I hope it encourages some of the boys to do the same, and so far I've seen some of the boys doing it, so I'm glad I could use my grit and my energy to help the boys out.
One quick one for you here, Massimo. Obviously not too far from your hometown of Montreal, and the opportunity to wear the Maple Leaf pretty close to home. What does this opportunity mean to you?
It's definitely one of the best things I've ever experienced. It's an honor to represent my country, represent the League of Quebec, and it so close to home. And it's just let's keep giving our all out there, and let's hope we can bring home the gold in this tournament.
All right, appreciate your time. Thanks so much, my friend.
Thank you too. Goodbye.
All right, Massimo Tironi. Bring home the gold is their goal. Canada East has never won gold in the 18-year history of this tournament, and they would hope this year would be the time. We will step aside and return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec.
Every great play starts with an assist, a moment that changes the game. Off the ice, an assist can change a life. The Hockey Canada Foundation Assist Fund has helped over 10,000 kids play the game we love. But every season, more families need a little support because every child deserves a chance to play the game.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
Visit hockeycanadafoundation.ca to give your greatest assist yet.
From a first game to their biggest game, from ESSO medals to gold medals, we are dedicated to Canada's game.
Canada's Ultimate 50-50 is back this holiday season. Your chance to win big during the World Juniors is here, while helping strengthen grassroots hockey in your community. With 3 separate draws running across the country, this is Hockey Canada's biggest power play yet. Don't wait. Scan the QR code on your screen and get your tickets now at hockeycanada5050.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich?
Baranovich? He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Luca. He is a funny little boy. He's very creative, and he's always helping others when he sees that they need a hand up. He learns online through homeschool. So coming to hockey he's so excited to come to see his friends, to be with the boys, and just have that sense of friendship.
This is my first year coaching Luca. Started out real quiet, but has gained his voice in the dressing room and has become more comfortable with the kids that he's around, and that's what it's about, making some new friends and being comfortable out there.
Luca began Learn to Skate when he was 3 years old, and he did 2 years of Learn to Skate. And when he had that hockey stick in his hand, he was ready to play.
He brings energy, he brings hustle, he brings an intensity Hockey is a fast-paced game, and Luca has certainly developed as a hockey player, but I think he's coming along as a young man as well.
If you are able to find a way to the rink and knowing that you can apply for a grant like this, it's step one. Getting an assist from Hockey Canada has really helped our family and will help yours. Just come and try out and come and apply for the team, and the rest is gold. Just you can do this.
Any program like the Hockey Canada Assist Fund that can take away some of those financial barriers, it allows kids to get the same opportunity as some of their peers that they wouldn't have otherwise had.
The Hockey Canada Assist Fund allowed Luca to be doing what he loves and being with friends and being with kids and having fun.
It's really fun. If you don't have a lot of friends, you can make more friends and maybe score some goals and have fun.
He's learned to believe in himself, and he's become confident in his ability to do what he needs to do out there. Also, he's become more confident with the coaches. I hope Luca's hockey journey is fun. That's what this game is all about.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
Rowan, do you prefer to swing the stick that way, or do you prefer to swing the stick that way?
I need these on the ice. Yeah, I'll see you on the ice.
Today we're welcoming 30 kids that are going to be new to the sport, into hockey, fitting them head to toe in brand new equipment, getting them on the ice for a 1 hour first session.
Everybody got their stuff on, everybody ready to play. We're going to fall a lot, and that's okay. It shows you're trying hard. Roll, up you get. Good, up you get.
It's critical for Hockey Canada to create opportunities in hockey, to learn the game, experience the game in a welcome, safe environment, and we can't do that alone. We're happy to be with Hockey Eastern Ontario here as one of our members. IIHF shares our goal in growing the game, making sure that anyone who wants to play the game and experience our great game has that opportunity. So through their Grow the Game Fund, Hockey Canada has collaborated with the IIHF to introduce what we call the Hockey Canada IIHF Try Hockey Pilots.
Oh, almost got it. Good job.
I think we're getting to introduce a lot of non-traditional hockey families to hockey. We recognize at HEO that there's a lot of barriers to the sport, and I think this opens up doors to new families and new participants joining the game.
We're going to skate. Now move your right foot a little bit towards me. Your right foot. That's it. Now move your left foot. There you go. You're doing it.
The Game Change Initiative, it's really a celebration of successes across the country. Celebration that helps other associations replicate and do similar initiatives in their community.
I think our culture in Canada is so diverse, and a program like this welcomes new families in and makes them feel less intimidated about joining the sport.
Hockey, at its simplest, is fun and should be fun. Hockey really brings people together in communities across the country. It keeps kids active and engaged within their communities. So the more kids that we have playing the game, the more we'll coach the game down the road, the more that we'll officiate the game, and hopefully their children continue to play. So it's really a part of the fabric of who we are as a country.
So for very many of you, that was the very first time with all hockey equipment on a big ice surface like this. And you did a super, super job.
The hope would be is that we have thousands of associations running try hockey programs, learn to skate programs for families. So the ultimate goal is that this is happening across the country and hopefully across the world.
We're getting the national women's team in sleds. We're gonna do a quick little tutorial for them. Dixie's gonna show them
How
their
to
new
get in?
skates.
New wheels, new wheels.
Yeah.
First of all, thanks for agreeing to do this. It should be pretty fun.
These straps are crissy-crossy, applesaucey.
So you kind of want to start onto one edge and then kind of slide into it. Yeah.
Life's good.
Very humbling. It's like we're experiencing the dream today. I'm scared. Woo!
You can tell they're athletes, that's for sure. Some of them are doing pretty well, some of them not so well.
I'm still working on the stop.
They're taking a liking to the contact, that's for sure.
I forgot the stick had. The stick had like little things on it.
What are you doing to get the puck?
You can't. Skating wasn't bad, but it was with the puck was really hard. I don't know how they stick handle.
So you can have your feet any height you want?
Yeah, so I have like these two, like spacer.
Hopefully my coach isn't watching. She might be taking my spot on the team here. I think there's going to be a bunch of sore hips and shoulders tomorrow, but that's what our training staff's for.
This is sick. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Inspired by the strength of a diamond, every stitch reflects our resilience, pride, and belonging, forged through time and pressure. Canada's 2026 Olympic jersey, a symbol forged in ice.
I think women-only spaces are so important for, just to be curious and vulnerable, to be able to say the things that they don't know, be able to network with other women in the game that either have more experience or less experience, and just grow, building their network and building opportunities for them in the future.
From a coaching standpoint, it's good to have women coaches to look up to have mentors and role models. It helps, continue on that chain of I see her, I can be her as a coach, but it also is super important for the female athlete to see that they have a woman coach to learn from, to relate to. A lot of the time it's a lot of shared experience from growing up as an athlete.
I am a firm believer that games are won and lost in the neutral zone.
I think when I did the HP1, maybe 15 years ago, I was the only woman in the group, and I think the opportunity just to meet young and up and coming coaches, high performance coaches, and I think it's just a great opportunity to see so many young women kind of growing the game and wanting to learn and wanting to take the next steps in their career.
The Hockey Canada Foundation has been funding the We Are Coaches program over the last number of years, and this year they provided additional funding in order to run this event in particular. So again, we were able to bring all these women in from all across the country.
Billy McGuigan, the assistant coach out of Team Canada East. He is the head coach of Summerside Capitals. And the Maritime Hockey League, they're the hosts of the Centennial Cup, the National Junior A Championship. He and Bruce Richardson will, I imagine, be playing against each other, potentially. Bruce would hope. He's got Longueuil to deal with in that league again. But Billy McGuigan on the left there took a year away from coaching Canada East. He was the head coach in 23-24. They had a silver medal. 22-23, a silver medal. He's been behind the bench with Summerside since 2011. And this is fourth stint at the Junior A World Challenge. And he would hope nothing more than a gold medal this year, and that's the language you hear from the guys in red. 8 silver medals, no gold medals yet. As we are back underway, period 3 at hmlive.ca. Dave Dawson is my name. Eric Surkey, cameraman, engineer, and Robitaille for the Tri-Riviere Lions, helping us out. The digital scoreboard, Philip Auclair, French play-by-play. Here we are ready to roll as East ahead by 1. Lesick. Right wing feed, Ludick. And just high enough off the glass that it didn't go out of play as Nikita steers it around Korovic. And Harding around Kingsley Austin. Messier, though, out in front. Team is changing. Humeniuk in front, Ludick off the heel of a stick. And Huey holds it in. Humeniuk recovers well and blown up. Massive hit. Humeniuk having his hard time getting back up on his feet as he was absolutely hammered. Not looking at the puck. You hope he's okay, as that might be one of the biggest hits I have ever seen at this level. And you hope Kevin Hasselberg's weapon of the Drumheller Dragons is going to be all right, as he's getting checked out by the training staff right now. Massive hit. Stewart, Rees shovels one, steered away, Korovic. Oh, what a hit. Huey in front, and Stewart around as Leduc has it taken away from him. Still catching my breath after that one. Pickpocketed Hughes as Flory almost had to catch his breath. Chipped through neutral. Back to pick it up, quickly up. Spader didn't like it, sent back in, and allowed his group the rest of the time to change. Good heads-up play by Tate Bader. 17 in Canada East, Collingwood Blues. No surprise that Collingwood Blue doing something good. Well, everybody wearing these jerseys, they're all doing good things. Including this guy, Romanek. Behind the net, on the left wing feed, Worthington now as Green with them. Worthington goes after his own dump in. Green behind the net. Stinton towards the goal with the stick on the ice. Now behind. There's Green. At the goal, steered away by Korovic. Chopped at, Worthington trying to glove it down. Romanek. And Stinton sends it back in. Harding. Waits for the line to change completely. Braden Ryan McKay waiting at the blue line, trying to congest things through center. There's Rees. Hawthorne Wade trying to move it around. There's Taroni with that motor he talked about. Number 10 in red, great interview for Canada Red. So he's getting lined up for the face-off. Number 10, Taroni, talked about how special it is to play for Team Canada. And so he loves to play with the physical edge to him, and he feels that when he dictates that play, the rest of his group can follow suit. Taroni and Messier, a couple of Quebec players, Quebec natives, Sherbrooke and Montreal. I'm sure they're somewhat familiar with one another. Feather it through, all the way back to the line, Harding. As Austin blew a tire. Anderson now, trying to cut towards. Good stick, Akita. As Ludick trying to free it up. Matt Akita now after it. Lloydminster teammate Messier up 3 in front, he's got it, Messier! Backdoor feed for Akita, couldn't connect. One extra pass, Akita wasn't expecting it. Tying game, the tying goal on his stick for a tie game. Couldn't connect. Hawthorne waits. Down low, Anderson. Green. At the line, glove down McKechnie through all that traffic in front. Urchak, a few extra words as Luke McKechnie backed up today by Tate Timmerman. McKechnie played in U18 AAA in Moose Jaw last year at a 22-4 record. 285 goals against, and a 903 save percentage, a native of Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Probably the most famous Lumsdenite, if that's what they call them in those parts. Not Jesse. Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Play on words, a little bit too far with that. And I'll shut up. Hendry. Maybe named after Jesse Lumsden? Probably way before his time. Sometimes you have a little bit too much fun. Worthington chips it into the zone. Canada West certainly has a little more edge in this period so far. Frechette, but we've seen quick strike though out of Canada East. Scored first after West dictated the play quite extensively. And Hawthorne, or Worthington rather, slides it in. Kumeniuk's back on the ice, didn't miss a shift. That's good news for Canada West and for Kevin Hasselberg. Hops in as Kumeniuk, number 6, just inside the blue line. You see shaking his head a little bit. Big contact to begin period 3. Kumeniuk chats with his AJHL counterpart. He'll head off on a quick change. Defensive personnel swap, Lessig, St. Mars. Austin. Up ahead, Lego Stayev. Phil Messier's really had a good game today. Track pucks well, has had a good motor, skated well, been in good positions. 9 and white. Vader overskates it. Level 2, Hughes dumps it in. Lego Stayev after it. Lessig trying to reverse course. In behind the net. It's Harding. Again, a bit more of that tense. Big moment here. Next goal so important. Only 3 one-goal games in the history of these two meetings. The last 16 of them. Canada West has won all 3 one-goal games. Korovic holds it, dumped in by West. They change. Kingsley Austin waiting behind the net for some options. Romanek touches it. Icing the call, wrong side of center. Could not be here without our friends at Source for Sports. Experience the feeling of getting fit like the pros at your local Source for Sports. Their experts will get you into the right gear that fits your game. Check out our highlights, hnlive.ca, Instagram, TikTok, hnlive.ca on Twitter or X, hnlive YouTube. Top 5 plays of the day coming out later. Leduc off the drop, taken away. Here comes East, going north. Yanni got a goal earlier, and a beautiful pass across. It's taken away. Collins also has one today. Sidestep, Stewart chopped at. He also has a goal. As Humaniak. He will likely be on the highlight reel later, but not for a goal. Maybe he'll change that here. Humaniak waits at the net, deflected, puck loose in front. And Leduc couldn't catch up with it. Brady chasing it down. Bumped there by Herjak. Brady gives him an extra shot, didn't like it, pulls his helmet off. He'll get a penalty call for it. A little undisciplined from the captain. And in the penalty box, Max Leduc draws it. Great time if you're a fan of Canada West for their 3rd power play of the game, which they have yet to capitalize on. Canada West was down 2-0 through the opening 20 against Sweden, tied it, then down 3-2 into the 40, or through 40. Canada East led 1-0. USA tied it, scored 3 straight, including an empty netter and a late one. Really kind of was 2-1, and the empty net goal, and then a missed play at the end of the game by Caleb Heil, the goalie for USA. Vader was there, popped it in. Head-to-head in the previous meetings, Considerable edge for Canada West. Here's Leduc. Waits at the line, fired by St. Mars, blocked, and that one tickled. Frechette sacrificing himself. Maybe a break as Hawthorne Wade, his teammate, is out. Hawthorne Wade chipped by Leduc, not past him. Eleven and 5 Canada West is in the previous 6 meetings. It's Ludek. Now for Worthington. Down low, Akita. Akita, Worthington. Leduc trying to squeak it on the backside. He finds him, but behind him, nice move. Akita again. 2 attempts this period for Matt Akita. Just can't find it. He's due. Leduc at the goal. Akita there again in front of the net. Has it. Maniak. Akita. Shot blocked. Hermaniak. Worthington. Humaniak delivers. Nice save, Korovic. Leduc chips it around. Good puck movement here. 30 left in the power play. Humaniak. Leduc fires just wide. Might have hit Akita again. Akita has blocked how many shots? Had how many opportunities? Humaniak. Worthington across Ludek. Fires! Is it in? No! How did that stay out? Redonkulosity. Are you kidding me? Matt Akita literally cannot slide his body with puck into the goal. Number 21 doing everything on that shift. Somehow, Maxime Korovic kept that puck out of the net. And in amongst all of that, Worthington say, "Can I have my stick, please?" Wow. Can't fault Canada West for that power play. Great puck movement. Korovic getting some refreshments before we get going again. Clean win, Reed. Back to Fleury. Fleury now. Braden Ryan McKay. In there for Reed. Ryan McKay can't keep it in. Past Fleury. Back to 5-on-5. Vader. Bad intentions into the zone. Canada East can't keep it in. McKay. Ryan McKay, that is. Pestered by Hughes. Turned over. Vader. Lego Stayev. Not a great delivery. Had a body right there. Pace picking up as it often does. After a power play, usually the team that killed it has juice, or the team that out of the offense has juice. Right now it's East. Turnbull zips one just wide of the goal. Ryan McKay chops it. It's Landmark that is, excuse me. Trying to move it along. Alley can't slide it in. Finishing a check there, Landmark. Just inside the Canada West zone, and Bernay trying to squeak away from everybody. And Herchak, in calm presence, get himself out of trouble. Here's Matt Akita. Icing the call. Nope. Legged out by Austin. Akita just missed on the hit. Alley drops it off Scartozzi. And Lesick off of the Tozy, blocks it as we hit the media timeout. 35-24 shots Canada West, 3-2 Canada East leads as Lucas Scartozzi and company hang on to a lead and looking to go to 2-0. We'll come back shortly.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Josh Gratton, one of the assistant coaches here, head coach of the Winnipeg Blues in the MJHL. Second season there. Cousin of Chris Gratton, well-known NHL player. Josh, 86 games played in the NHL, Philly and Phoenix, primarily in the American Hockey League. Spent some time in the East Coast League as well. More on him on Wednesday as we set up here for a face-off in the Canada West zone. Chance to meet him briefly, a native, he said London, Ontario, but Brantford is what Elite Prospect says. Chance in front here for Canada East. Leduc leads the way for West. Into the zone, Huey, a little quiet over the last few minutes. I think number 2 is due to make some noise. In the meantime, Romanek wants to, drops it off, firing. Austin might have got a stick up high. Play will continue. St. Mars. Pace continues. Each coach probably saying urgency. Canada West wants the equalizer. They've had a lot of looks this period. It's kind of bonkers in how they haven't tied it yet. East, though, happy with their position. Side of the goal, short side, McKechnie positioning well. Collins, the difference maker in the contest. Back up to his feet again. Early going in the second period. That's the last goal scored in this hockey game. Held in at the line. Deflected, side of the net, almost bounced in as Huey plays it up. Good battle for Green, tries to push it forward as he's falling. Hendry will discard it into the zone. His group is changing. Lesick reverses St. Mars with Pace Worthington. Trying to get it across in behind his teammate as Stinton now trying to find it. Anderson's back in, Hawthorne waits. Hawthorne wait, shot is blocked. And Taroni looks to help him out, goes the other way though. Lesick chips it ahead. Green, Taroni takes it away. Up to Hawthorne wait, loses an edge. Esteban, St. Mars to Lesick. Tapped on the entry by Ludick. Hawthorne wait, receives it. Each end we go here. Taroni, chased down by Ludick. Offside or Canada East. Tagged up and through neutral. Hawthorne waits. Feels like overtime, don't it? I know it's 3-2, but it's just got that feeling of the game. Turnbull in the zone for East. Off the skate. McKechnie plays it around the glass. Rees trying to locate it. Bader. Ludick now leads the charge. Ludick ahead to Hakita. Wouldn't it be special for West if Akita were to score? Kind of game he's had. Vader, he's played excellent today as well, just hasn't been rewarded on the score sheet. Made sound decisions, intelligent hockey player. Akita trying to create a turnover. On the up, Herchak taking away Hughes. He enters, Hughes! Just missed. Lego Steyev was there. Numbers the other way. 3-on-2 for Canada West. Stewart leads it. Stewart hits Leduc in the back of the leg, or broke Harding's stick. Definitely hit Harding. His stick wouldn't randomly blow up. That'd be weird. Dumped on goal. Hits the broken stick and almost catches Korovic. Craziness here in Trois-Rivières. My French not as good as Philippe Auclair, you might be able to hear in the background. Certainly nowhere near as good as Anne Robitaille. Given away. Huey, toe drag. Huey cannot get to it. Leduc looks on. Referee's gonna send both of them to the penalty box. The offsetting roughing minors, I think. Austin one. Whatever's laying on the ground for West, who's still down. That's Rylan Huey. So 5 aside. 1 cross-checking and 1 unsportsmanlike conduct. All right, so maybe some words or something. I'm not sure what the officials found, but penalty box they go. Ludek fires, shoulder save, Korovic, knocked down Harding, sweeps it, Akita. There again. How many Matt Akitas are out there? I think just 1 for Shet. Dumps it in, good to see he's okay after being a little discomforted earlier. Is that a word? It is now. Ludek has the puck taken away. McKechnie in, or holds it for St. Mars, who's in to pick it up. St. Mars, oh boy, dangerous place to overthink what you're doing with the biscuit. Up to Worthington, sends it in. Hendry stands his ground. Side of the goal, Worthington shovels it out. Nice save by Korovic. Had to focus and hold his ground there. Romanek down the wing, in front. And McKechnie down, might have got a piece of it. Pace picking up again here. West buzzing, they just stay on side. Humeniuk and Stinton collide. And it's a break for East. Romanek alone, Romanek robbed by McKechnie. Stayed with them, square number 31, great save. Romanek thought he had the move. Luke McKechnie said nope. Luke and Collins tied up. So I'll have to drop it again. Maniac. It's Bogart now back. Reese Turnbull. Rolling puck, trying to settle it, does. Up to Romanek. Turned over. And Leduc with Reed. Romanek now again. Collins just stays on side. It's now West out the other way. Into the Canada East bench. So Chase Yanni got things underway first. At the 6:06 marker, Ethan Stewart tied it up. Rylan Huey then shorthanded, made it 2-1 West. Lego Steyev tied it up, just over 2 minutes remaining, period 1. Tate Collins, 48 seconds in to period 2. That is the difference right now in a very entertaining hockey game. Meeting number 17 between these two teams. West has an edge of 11-5. I believe I said earlier 16-5 because that's what I put in my notes. But 16 plus 5 is 21. I did fail math 3 times in grade 12, but I should have noted that earlier. Herchak. That'll be nice and call. Out of the previous 16 meetings, 17 meetings, 3 of them have been 1-goal games. West has won all of them. Canada West has won 12 medals in this tournament, 6 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze. Most recent goal, 2023. Canada East has lost in the championship 8 times, or has won 8 silver medals. You can decide how you want to articulate it. Off the draw, chance, doink, did that catch piece of iron? McKechnie, I don't think side. As Taroni, a motor. The smallest player on the ice at 5'7". Next closest for Canada West is 5'9". Braden Ryan McKay, Tironi 5'7". Off the draw, whiffed on it. Held in by Howard. Wraparound attempt. And Ludick has time to work with. So the legs moving up to Hikita. Chops at it. Breeze, gloves down. The shot from Canada East defenseman. Now collected by St. Mars. Hawthorne Wade whacks at it. Green hits the official, and because of that, puts his teammate offside. Worthington is ready to dive in. As Hendry and company make some changes, Canada East, unified message. This is the year we want to win gold. Been involved in every event since 2006. Have never won a gold medal. The program, 8 silver, 1 bronze. Bronze was back in 2008. And if the score holds up, they're going to be number 1 in the pool. With the day off tomorrow. Stewart to Lessick, now to Leduc. Looked a little bit dangerous, but they made something good out of it. Look at the play by Huey. And unfortunately for him, Stewart is offside. Ryland Huey plays a little bit of soccer to his number 2 in white. Not normally you see that on the touch through center, that they made a nice play to get it out. Huey has kicked it ahead, and they were able to get it in. Would have been picturesque if they made something out of it, but unfortunately if you're a West fan, it's offside. If you're an East fan, you're happy with the score. Hoping they can add to it, though. Luke McKechnie, each goalie's been really good today. Shots 36-26 in favor of Canada West. Unofficially, and McKechnie has made some big saves. Some you might see on our highlight reel later, our top 5 plays. The guy editing it is a goalie, so there's a good chance one of them might be there. But I got a pretty good feeling what might be number 1. St. Mars. Now to Huey. Ahead, St. Mars. Cross-ice feed, just missed. St. Mars. Right there, Lessick. Puck on the side. It's still loose. And they're cleared it. Ahead for Hughes. West has been so close so many times. Vader. You don't get points for effort in the standings, unfortunately. Victories are what matter. St. Mars. Along for Stewart. To Huey. Now Vader drops it off Scar. Tozy just over top. Doink. That might have caught iron. Huey. Ahead. Goes after it himself. Ryland Huey. Has it taken away. Rizzo jumped up to keep it in. Huey gas goes off on a change. Messier trying to knock it down. Scartosi in his first game of the tournament. Will ice it or will he? Yes, it will be. I thought Umeniak maybe might have had a chance at it, but icing will be the call. So West can change, East cannot. Look at Umeniak, who took that big hit earlier. Nice to see he's okay. So he'll chow with Eric Labrosse and Trevor Blevins. Blevins, the Dave Dawson haircut on the left, is timeout called by Canada West, and I'm curious if Luke McKechnie will come onto the bench and stay there, as McKechnie and Timmerman having a brief chat with each other. Blevins and Labrosse drawing something up. Upcoming schedule. Again, we're off tomorrow. Canada East will play Sweden on Wednesday. West will play USA. And then, if potentially West can find a way to tie it up and win it in regulation, Wednesday becomes a lot of fun. Not that it won't be a lot of fun already, but if East can win today, it also becomes a lot of fun. For another reason, because the games become even bigger for a different reason. Some desperation on West side, playing against a USA group that certainly didn't leave them with a great taste in their mouth last year. The program, totally different team. Messier, net empty for Canada West. St. Mars walks it, Leduc, cross ice, Ludic. At the goal, just wide. Korvik, lots of traffic in the goal mouth. Trying to look at the empty net. Held at the line, though, St. Mars. Across Ludic. Ludic has St. Mars to help him out, and he does. Stewart down low for Worthington, and he blew a tire. Green, that was, excuse me, he fell over. Gets it back, though, Green. At the line, Ludic, St. Mars. Lots of traffic, again deflected. Ludic, rebound, in front, it's in the goal crease, it's still loose, it's in, he scores! Green puts the team in white, all tied up. Goalmouth scrambles. There's been a lot of them in period 3. West has had the effort. And how about that? Brody Green, worth a trip to the front of the net for the Steinbach Piston. 3-3 it is with a minute left. And a conversation with Eric Labrosse and the referee on the Canada West bench. Not sure what it's all about, but it is a goal. I'm trying to remember if I said a few minutes ago it feels like overtime. I think I did. Either way, still hockey left to be played. Big goal by Green. East, though, wants to win in the regulation, and the weird play off the boards. They almost got one. Breeze slides down the wing. Breeze, Hakid out in front. And Romanek held in by Stewart. Stewart has one today. Glove down, Yanni. Collins trying to chip it back in. Chipped out of the zone. Right back in the East territory. Quick up to Huey. Huey! Nice shot, and Korvik gloved it and punched it in the corner. 10 seconds remaining. Huey for Leduc. Shovels it wide of the goal. Stewart at the line. They got a shoot. Deflected. Bounces behind Leduc. And they have run out of time. 60 minutes solves nothing. We are headed to overtime for the first time in the Junior A World Challenge. We'll step aside shortly and come back with 3-on-3 hockey when we return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Brody Green and Team Canada West are headed to overtime. Last goal in this game was 40 seconds into period 2 off the stick of Collins, and Green has tied it with a minute left in period 3. Headed to overtime for the 33rd time in the history of the Junior A World Challenge. This only the second time Canada East and Canada West have gone to overtime. The last one a 4-3 victory back yonder. I didn't look far back enough in the record books to pick the year, which I normally do, just realized that. But like I said before, 3 one-goal games in history. West has won all of them. Here's a one-goal game for you. Next shot wins. 6-2 loss yesterday to Sweden. 4-1 win over USA. That's the story for each group. East won, West lost. 1 point each already awarded. An extra point to the team who wins this hockey game. Here we are. Overtime in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Austin flips it ahead. Hawthorne, Legosteyev might have a step, shovels it at the goal. McKechnie got a piece of it on his shoulder. Sink Mars plays it back in his zone. Raphael Messier. He might be due today too. Sink Mars, their teammates in Lloydminster. Ludick is behind him. Esteban Sink Mars. You don't like what you see, you go back and vacate. And no other area of hockey do they do that except 3-on-3 overtime. Ludick started up for Canada West. Will Ludick drives wide, loses the puck though. As Brunet trying to match up man on man here. Trying to activate Rees. Down the wing, a rolling puck. Rees awaits as West is changing, and Rees again will take the wide path. Dangerous play, frees it up though, Leduc. As Akita's on the left side. Leduc leaves it there. Rees fires, toe save, and a nice one, Korovic. As they're back in again, Leduc fires just wide. Austin, calm and patient. Hughes goes off. He'll leave it for Brunet. Excellent game for number 22 today. Maverick Brunet out of the Rockland Nationals in the CCHL. Harding dancing in. Harding rides into the boards. Did Lessick rid him into the boards. Matt Lessick now. Head up. Room to work with. Thinks about passing it. Lessick will keep it. Lessick still has it. Lessick towards the goal. Sweeps it. And a save by Korovic. Matt Lessick can turn it up when he wants to. It's the green light to keep going, and why not when you got the wheels like the Wetaskiwin native. 2 goals this year with the Grand Prairie Storm, the Alberta Junior Hockey League. Messier off the draw. Hawthorne weight controls. Pestered heavily. And Will Ludick behind, and Hawthorne weight. On to Harding. Hawthorne weight. Hawthorne waits still. Waits for a lane. Ludick step for step with him. And Taroni thinks about dropping it off. Got Messier all over him. Taroni blows a tire. Ludick takes it. Sends it up to Messier. Ludick gassed, calls for help, and he'll get it. Sink Mars waits. Feathers it across. Leduc cradles, fires. Korovic gloves it. Makes the save. Leduc looks up at the clock. Thought he might have had a good look. Maxim Korovic, great save. There's Yanni with the goal today. Well, talks to Kingsley Austin about the setup off the draw. Austin, Collins. Collins turning on the Jets. Collins going wide. Right in front, great save, McKechnie. with the shoulder, head on a swivel, trying to sweep with the stick to poke check. Out in front, puck loose, Rees steps on it for Canada West. Rees trying to move it through, still on Yadius Rees. His stick engaged to create a turnover, and he does. Great effort by Rees. And Leduc now. Didn't realize he had a guy coming in. I think Max Leduc just wanted to be safe and make the play that won't get his team in trouble. Huey, a lot of room to work with here, and 3-on-3, 80 seconds remaining. This solves nothing, we go to a shootout. Max Leduc doesn't want to though, brings it in. Leduc will drop it Humeniuk. Lego Steyev rides him. Austin trying to free it up. Lego Steyev, one today, toe drag. Stewart trying to fork it out, he does. Humeniuk sees his teammate going off on a change, and Hughes all over him. Humeniuk sends it across. It's Stewart. Stewart drops it off. It's onside, or was it? Will Ludick, the recipient, and they will reset for the faceoff. And icing the call again, 25 seconds remaining in overtime. This solves nothing, we will head to a shootout. So you have a look at Tate Vader. So 5-player shootout. And if this solves nothing, and the puck not dropped fairly. So if nobody scores, we'll take a short break. And regular after the overtime. And get things set up for the shootout. I gotta clear some patches on the ice. Howard, pestered by Ludick. Across Sink-Mars, and Korovic. Into it, Esteban Sink-Mars, captain for Team Canada West. Each goalie so good today, be hard to beat. There are fans of the shootout and there are opponents of the shootout. I will not declare my allegiance on either side. I will say that it adds excitement, but it is unfortunate. One of these teams has to lose today. As exciting as a game as it is, but guess what? Canada wins. That's the good news. Vader down the wing, fought off hard. Vader, backhand over top. Great chance, and 2-on-1 against the clock though. He takes a quick look. Leduc across, and Sink-Mars ran out of time. One last chance, and we are going to a shootout. 5-player shootout will get set up for when we return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec for the Junior A World Challenge on hnlive.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Canada East and Canada West. What a game it's been so far. East scored first, West tied it up. West made it 2-1, then it was 2-2, then 3-2 for East. A late time goal, 3-3. Overtime solved nothing. Here we are, ready for a shootout. Dave Dawson is my name on hnlive.ca. So grateful to be partnered up with our great friends in Hockey Canada. Been doing this event since 2018, my first one where Corey Bro and I actually met, and the company literally got started from that day. Great story, not for today, maybe a podcast one day. Corey, what do you think? Thumbs up from Corey, he's a yes man, our company president. Watching back at home. For now, in the meantime, while you're watching, Canada East will shoot first. The 14th shootout in Junior A World Challenge history. The most recent one was in 2022 between Sweden and Canada West. And the first shooter for Canada East is number 11, Hughes. And he's in. Nice move. McKechnie stayed with him the whole way. In fact, Hughes lost his twig. Will Hughes, Luke McKechnie, right there. And for West, Ryland Huey. Buying me a Huey jersey. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan native. Incredible game for him today. Let's see what he can do 1v1 on Maxim Korovic. As Huey, medium pace, nice move, and loses the puck. Korovic bit on it, puck jumped up on him. Maybe caught a patch of ice, who knows. Lego Steyev, a goal today and yesterday, will be the next shooter for Team Canada East, as he might bring some pace to this one. Lego Steyev, the Gatineau Olympique, and Brockville Brave in the Central Canada Hockey League. Lego Steyev, he scores! Buries it on the low glove side, and East has got the edge in the 5-player shootout. Max Leduc of the Grand Prairie Storm had the chance late, sent it across to St. Mars. Ran out of clock though. Leduc's got a lot of clock to work with here, and he brings a lot of pace to it. Leduc tries to one-hand it, a little cheeky. Thought he had some daylight. Korovic not fooled. As we'll head into round 3. And Brunet. Maverick Brunet with the Rockland Nationals. Acadie Bathurst in the QMJHL last year as Brunet, a medium pace. On the left side, shifty play, he scores! What a move! So the end of round 3, Canada West don't need to score, but a goal would help. Will Ludick. Canmore Eagles, AJHL, Ludick. On the right side, shifty, blocker save, Korovic. A big one. If he scores here, the game is over. So they've got 2. And they will turn to Brent Romanuk, the Timmins of the NOJHL. The lone representative of the NOJHL, Romanuk. Backhand, he scores! And that'll do it. Canada East gets the extra point, gets the victory, remains undefeated, and will take over top spot in the pool. Nice move, buried it. What a hockey game. Had everything, didn't it? We'll have player of the game ceremonies, a national anthem, followed by a player of the game interview for Team Canada East. And we'll turn things over to our public address announcer for the post-game ceremonies.
Le meilleur joueur de chaque équipe recevra un prix du meilleur joueur du match, fabriqué ici même à Trois-Rivières. Les prix seront remis par Kevin Fixby, commissaire de la Ligue de hockey junior 3A du Québec. le meilleur joueur de l'équipe Canada West. The player of the game for Team Canada West, le numéro 5, number 5, Esteban Cinq-Mars.
Captain for Team Canada West, Esteban Cinq-Mars, player of the game. Cinq-Mars, a lot of great chances around the goal. Didn't pick up a point today, but really led well. As Eric Labrosse, his head coach, told me before the game, difficult for a captain to come in and kind of take over charge, but he's done that amicably.
Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de Canada Est, the player of the game for Team Canada East, le numéro 25, number 25, Peter Legostev.
Peter Legostev had a goal today and picked up a pair of assists. Just one assist, actually. Goal in the shootout as well for Legostev. So player of the game for Team Canada East, Gatineau Olympique, native of Ottawa. Barry Colt, 6th-round pick in 2023. Canadian National Anthem. Win or lose today, you're going to hear it anyway.
Nous vous prions maintenant de vous lever et de retirer chapeaux et casquettes pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national canadien. We will now ask you that you please rise, and if you are able, and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem for Canada.
Two points for the win for Team Canada East in overtime. 1 point for the overtime shootout loss for Team Canada West. Won a game. We'll chat with Peter Legostev, the player of the game, following the short break. We return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec for the Junior A World Challenge in HNLive.ca and my favorite custom and sport, the handshake. A little more chilling it usually is, goosebump creating following a championship game, but every game a sign of respect. And who doesn't love respect in this sport? A lot of respect for that game today. Looking forward to the highlights later, as we will step aside momentarily and be joined by Peter Legostev shortly when we return to Colisée Videotron on HNLive.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone.